Hey guys, it's Aaron, the home for mobile reviews A.C, and today I'm going to do a review of the Incipio Octane. Octane. The general design of the Incipio Octane is a double-edged sword. It has tire-like treads on the side of the case, while the back is slicker than my arms covered in coconut oil. Now, despite the slick back, the Octane handles surprisingly well. So well that the tire-like treads almost negates the slick back. Now, for my Incipio Octane review, I've given this iPhone 7 case a score of 3.9 A's out of 5. This is an average iPhone case in my opinion. If you're wondering what else I've reviewed of Incipios, check out my review of the Incipio Reprieve Sport. If you're wondering what the top 10 current iPhones are, check out my website. As of right now, I do believe I've updated it in February. Links are in the I or the description section below.
Real usage, real reviews. mobilereviews-a.ca.
In Mobile Reviews A.C, we base everything we do on actual usage, and that usage is generally driven by what we see on the boxes of the cases. If they say we can do something with it, we're probably going to do something with it. Monty is also an important part of the process because he decides if the case looks nice or not. For design, the Octane is a fairly wide case. Now, the extra width won't be noticeable on a regular iPhone 7, but some will notice that extra width on the 7 Plus. The case fits well together, and despite having a slick back, the iPhone won't slide out of your hand easily. Now, the slick back hasn't changed between the iPhone 6 and iPhone 7 versions, unfortunately. The case is actually so slick that, well, for the iPhone 6, I did a round of iPhone 6 case bowling with the Incipio Octane. The iPhone 7 version is so slick that I can put a blueberry on top of the Incipio Octane, slide it across the countertop, and let Monty eat off of it. The design of the edges has been updated between the iPhone 6 and iPhone 7 version. The older version had a hexagon design that's improved the grip but felt a little sharp, so I'm glad they've changed that. Accessing your iPhone in the Octane is decent. Button access is a tad tough, but it still feels like your iPhone, despite being a thicker case. The cutout at the bottom of the case is large enough for third-party cables, including my old gigantic Amazon Basics cable. The camera cutout is large enough and low enough to prevent any sort of cropping from the flash. For protection, dust and debris shouldn't be an issue, and the edges of the case provide the iPhone with a decent amount of clearance if you place it on a flat surface. For drop protection, the Octane is drop rated to 6 feet. It says 6 feet on both the box and the website, which wasn't the case for the Reprieve at the time of that review. Now, if you've watched my Apple Smart Battery case review, you'll know that I mentioned something about the 6 feet drop protection being a little funny. And the funny thing is this, I've contacted Incipio and they have confirmed that it is 6 foot drop rated, but it's only for the corners. So these corners, good for 6 feet. Face first, not a clue. I'm guessing 4 feet at most. Now, before I get a little huffy and puffy, the majority of drops will, occur on the corner. Pure face-first drops rarely occur, and if you've been watching my videos a while, you know that I can do a face-first drop very, very well, but that's really not the average use case. The biggest concern is actually what the iPhone falls on. No iPhone case is going to protect a face-first drop on a rocky parking lot. If that's what you're concerned about, then you definitely need to go get a screen protector. I can't go all huffy and puffy and angry like for this one because Incipio actually didn't answer my questions, unlike Spec and Gear 4, who still haven't replied to any of my queries about their drop protection. But the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about all this stuff is like drug commercials. The ones with all those hard to pronounce drugs like Benazidilian, and they cure things like your inability to not pronounce L's in words that have silent L's like salmon. But in that process, it's going to give you diarrhea, constipation, and you're going to start craving Brussels sprouts. You're going to lose hair from the right side of your head, and you're going to lose sensation in your left leg between the hours of 6 and 7:30 a.m. So it's just one of those things. There's all these caveats on it. The same thing with the Incipio Octane. It might protect your iPhone from drops. It might, despite it saying that, it's drop tested at 6 feet, because we don't know how your iPhone's really gonna fall. And, I can't get terribly mad at Incipio because that's the game that everybody has to play. All things considered, I'm surprised at how well this case handles in my hand, despite the fact that it has a very slick back. It feels very odd to me because the back does that, and the edges of the case doesn't. It's just an odd feeling case to me. But at least we know during the duration of this video, I've dropped it twice from 4 feet, and the iPhone is fine. So, everyday drop protection, I'm pretty sure the Incipio Octane will suffice, which is why it's just an average rated iPhone case. So if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments section below. What's next on the review chopping board is the Bellroy phone card case, the one card version. I really wish Bellroy would improve how they name their products, because Bellroy one card case, two card case, it's kind of not very interesting. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments section below. You can find me on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Monty is kind of bored, which means I have to tempt him a little bit by letting him eat this piece of banana, and I have to eat something because I'm going to the gym soon. That's kind of all I got. Thanks for watching.